KASEY Hill, born December 3rd, 1993. Today's feature is a guy that has been requested so much that I just had to do, whether I thought he had a real chance or not. I realize a lot of fans like his game, but I'm gonna be honest and say I'm just not one of them. But I do realize the reasons why he didn't make the league. Salute to Self-Made, RC32, Ernest Jones, Midweek Kid 1234, James Flanders, Baltimore White, Paul Whale, and so many more for the request. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth. Get it. Stunt number 1, drink before it spoils. Ever woke up on a Saturday morning, house empty, sun shining outside, house clean, and you think to yourself, what would be the perfect pre-blaze meal? Something quick and not too heavy. Cornflakes. Hell yeah. That's gonna hit the spot right there. Grab the bowl, your big ass weekend spoon, box of Frosted Flakes, cause real niggas ain't got time mixing the sugar into the cereal. Pour the cereal into the bowl and listen to those crispy, sugary flakes hitting that glass, dancing like steel, thinking this is my kitchen. Walk over to the refrigerator, grab the milk like, oh yeah, she full, it's going down. Crack it open, and real niggas don't check the date first. Instead, we just hit the smell test. One whiff of that spoil ass shit, and your whole morning is ruined. Well, that may be a little much, but that's how I think about some players. Like the higher the level or older they get, their skills become obvious that they aren't ready for levels like the NBA. KASEY Hill is one of those players that falls into the expiration date category for me. Like their game just doesn't have that lasting it aspect about it. Something that you can see right off the bat that this guy can go. There's so many little things to pick at, but it would be a little unfair not to say I really didn't think he ever had a shot at the NBA for real. At just 6'6'1" without a deep, rangy jumper, super hops like Ja Morant, crazy handle like Kyrie, or just a charisma to your game, it's hard to stick around. KASEY just didn't have anything special about him, and it would soon be realized. Stunt number 2, missed his window. Unfortunately, KASEY, to me, was at his highest potential as a high school player. By his senior year, he was rated the 8th best player in the 2013 class, ahead of guys like Joel Embiid, Terry Rozier, Bobby Portis, who are all NBA players right now. He was a McDonald's All-American and a star prospect that decided to stay home and attend the University of Florida, a big-time program that you can definitely make it happen from. But what happened? He stayed 4 years at the school and never managed to average more than 10 points per game. Now, you should know by now my mindset of how this college basketball thing works, but I'll quickly break it down again. Okay, as an All-American recruit or just a guy right outside that could pretty much choose your college situation, you have 4 chances to get through that window to the league. Sounds easy, right? Hell nah, because this is what happens. Some are so talented that it really doesn't matter what they do in school, they'll be lottery regardless. Then you have a sleeper guy that was expected to stay at least 3 or 4 years and exploded, catapulting him straight to the league, a la Trae Young. No one thought he'd be one and done right out of high school. Literally no one. But dude put it down and ran through that window. Then you have your guys that were supposed to be one and done, didn't do well, and their time starts ticking, a la Quade Green. But let's get right to KASEY. He's a guy that could have went either way. If he came in and went off for Florida, it would have been a no-brainer. At least if he averaged 15 to 17 points per game as a freshman, he would have definitely hit that window. But when you average 5 as a freshman, you have one more chance to turn that shit around before it becomes damn near impossible. Would he do? Average 7 points per game. At this point, many have given up on you. It'll take going off as a junior and taking your team deep in the tournament to get back on track for a guy of his stature entering college. Would he do? Average 9 points per game as a junior, then 9 points per game as a senior. That's 4 years of being a role player or less. At this point, you're not even on the radar. At that height, you literally need a family member in the GMC to be drafted. Add to that, his assists were horrible over 4 years, and his three-point shooting was really down every year. Well, at least he shot a good field goal percentage, right? Hell no, not even close. I do think his numbers didn't truly reflect his potential because who knows what situations he was dealing with, but this is how the numbers make him look to the people that care about them. Stunt number 3, realizing the bigger picture. Now I know it seems as if I went harder on Hill than some, but I do respect the heights he's been able to climb in this game, and for making a great decision to continue his career overseas. The silver lining in all of this is happiness and using your resources. It be like that sometimes. You can sit around waiting for the NBA to call, or you can keep it moving, understanding there's a whole other world out there. He's currently in Cyprus, balling, putting up solid numbers in Europe and living his dream of playing basketball for a living. It's important to realize that as soon as possible and give yourself a real chance at survival. For KASEY Hill, survival is now part of the game. Salute to him, and I wish him all the best. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth, and I'm out.